When we had last left Team Bald, they fully explored what lurked beneath the Temple of Umberlee, and what was down there, there actually wasn't too much. there was some weird little knickknacks and corners and stuff. Probably wasn't worth the time. Nonetheless, they decided to head back out to Worm's Rock Fortress, where they finally brought the fight to none other than Archduke Lord Enver Gortash. And it was there through a hard-won battle that they had finally defeated the Avatar of Bane and were ready to claim their prize, the second of 3 Netherstones. This is Baldur's Gate 3. Welcome back. Let me unhide this, and as I'm sure you can already see, apologies in advance right away. Has to be a bit of a shorter and frankly later video than I would have liked, on account of today being a holiday. It's Easter. I'm not actually a big Easter person myself, but my partner's brother invited us to do like an Easter lunch dinner situation, cookout, and we did it, right? We went there, and frankly, I'm a little exhausted, but nonetheless, I'm eager to play and see at least a little bit, right? Anyway, also, before I forget, gentle viewers, let's see. Folks wrote in, let me see on my notebook here. Yeah, gentle viewer at La Vielle Homme de Terrière wrote in with a reminder that we found Mole's contract at the House of Hope, and we should probably debrief on that back at the guild, which is a great point. I remember when we found it, I said to myself, oh, we definitely got to talk to Mole again, but completely forgot. Similarly, gentle viewer at Nubile Reptile said that we should probably check out Worm's Rock, the rest of it, especially the main hall, for information regarding that strange body that we found outside. So, hopefully I will remember to do all that. But, for the time being, let's speak with Karlach.
It's finished. It's done. I need to see him up close. I need to know he's dead.
Oh, okay. Can we chat with the others here?
A fine deed we have done to rid Faerun of this man. All helm hair and a haughtiness. Oh, this was the Lord Gortash we were sworn to do battle with, Boo. All the better then.
Okay. And
Another day,
let's make sure we get Boo out.
Looking ahead.
And Jaheira? Oh, Jaheira has nothing to say. Okay. Jaheira don't care. Okay, well, let's head over here.
And move.
First and foremost. I do kind of like that he ran away during the fight into the corner. I feel like that was very in character. When
so
faced
Gortash
with
is nothing more than a pile of flesh?
and actually confronted.
Same as the rest of us.
He's dead now. You've won. Perhaps a bit uglier. You can sense she's working something out. Say nothing. I don't know. I feel like, especially right now, like we've alluded to plenty of times, the Elon Musk allegories are just like through the fucking roof and endless. But, you know, I will give the, like, writers and actors and all of that of, and artists of Baldur's Gate 3 credit where it's due. Lord Enver Gortash, significantly more, conventionally attractive and charismatic relative to the real counterpart, right? Significantly more charismatic and, easy to see how people would get, suckered in some way, right? Significantly more charismatic. So much better stage presence, as it were. Alright. Yeah, let's not say anything. I really enjoy the idea of... Well, no, I shouldn't say anything. I should say something. Look, although I like the idea of letting her work it out, As we have established, my character is a fucking yapper. We would talk. He's dead now. You've won.
I don't feel like I've won. All I feel is tired. Is that it then? Killed the bastard who ruined my life, and now I crawl into a corner and die? Am I fucking missing something?
This is all a lot to take in. It's no wonder you're overwhelmed. What do you mean? Say nothing. Life isn't fair. Get used to it. What do you mean?
It makes no sense. None of it means anything. He's dead. And he's no fucking sorrier now than he was before. What was the point? I'm still dying.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
dying. I'm going to die.
Oh my God! But you're not dead yet. I'm here with you, and I will be, until the very end. I don't want you to die. It makes no sense. Maybe we can still fix your engine, stabilize it. Karlach, it doesn't need to be this way. You can still return to Avernus. Let's reciprocate. Let's also be emotional here. I don't want you to die.
It's evil. I was so young when this fucker betrayed me. So naive. They stole my heart before I even knew what I had. My heart. It was mine. And they took it.
Jesus Christ.
I'm going to be as dead as a Gortash any day now. Any moment. And what then? Off to the City of Judgment to waste into oblivion? Into the dirt to get eaten by maggots? Is that it for me? Is that fucking all? And you'll just keep going, won't you? Watching the stars, warming your hands on the campfire, dancing, eating, making fucking love all night. All of it, all of it! That's my reward for everything I suffered. That's why I survived 10 years of torment. The fighting, the clawing, the loneliness, the fucking loneliness. All of it so I could rot. Because the person I trusted the most gave me away to the devil.
Oh my God! Holy shit, this is amazing!
It isn't fair. I don't want it like this.
Oh my God. Holy shit. Frankly, I'm shocked that there's not like a fifth option here to also just like uncontrollably start sobbing, right? Like companion check. Someone else in the party needs to like pick me up too. Like I'm just fucked up after this as well, right? Huh. I would do anything to change it, but I just can't. Let it out. It's about time. It is what it is. It's time to soldier forward with what time you have left. We're all going to die one day. In the end, we're all the same. I like the first one the most. Right? These are all very, very good, especially for different characters, right? I right here, right now, I like the first one the most. I would do anything to change it, but I just can't.
You could try. Haven't you got a wish spell in that pack of yours? What the fuck am I supposed to do now?
Oh my God, this is... Holy shit, this is so good. This is so fucking good. God, I love the way in which it kind of built up to this, right? Because very clearly, like, as we've been adventuring along, she's been completely, like, anytime she has to confront this in any way and consider, like, a realistic solution or come to terms with it, she has completely, like, just shut that down and deflected massively, right? Which, you know, this is something that people do all the time, right? We do it all the time. Probably not. Usually most people don't do it in such an extreme way with such high stakes involved for all parties, right? But, you know, this is a pretty relatable thing where, you know, it's like an uncomfortable fucking truth, right? Whether it be about death or something a lot smaller, right? I don't know. But whatever it is, I think we're meant to do it together. That's for you to decide. Live for as long as you can. Protect Baldur's Gate until your dying breath. I don't know. But whatever it is, I think we're meant to do it together.
Let's get out of here. I've always hated this place. Stupid fucking gigantic bridge or whatever. I think I need to go to camp for a while. Be alone. Scream at the sky. You can come and find me later if you want to. Thanks for listening. For existing. Love you.
Oh my god! Holy shit! Oh, she straight up leaves party right here, right now. Oh my gosh, Karlach, what if there's amazing woot loot here for you? Okay, I'll save it for now. Okay. Oh. Oh, what is some of this stuff here? Okay. Minsk, how much encumbrance do you have? We may need to... Okay, yeah, you got plenty. Okay. Let's see here. Let's look through your bod. Fabricated arbalist. Okay. It's a heavy crossbow, not unlike what we use. It doesn't have any sort of, like, unique effect. Illuminating shot. Fire a shimmering bolt that inflicts 1 turn of radiating orb upon the target. Dazzling ray. Unleash a brilliant light that blinds all creatures in its path. Until the spell ends, you can recast a spell. Casting it again may possibly burn you each time you recast it. Another concentration one. A perfect system must be ruled by a keen eye, and any error foolish enough to rear its head afore the eye must be quickly, precisely, and totally eliminated. This crossbow can help with that. I don't know. I don't know. I almost wonder if I should give this to Minsk and then take his, like, Legio one. Right? Let's take a peek. Let's compare real quick. Yeah, the Gaunter Mal or Male. I'm not sure how valuable Guiding Bolt would be, but one of the curious things here that we have kind of learned and had reinforced just here in this fight is that Minsk also has a concentration ability that he can pretty much always use, right? His Hunter's Mark or whatever it's called. So in that sense, he's also not ideal for Celestial Haste, right? No one really is at this point. I mean, it is nice. Guiding Bolt is okay. And true enough, it is good that it's a +3. That'll help me with, like, initial volleys. Maybe I use it instead of Minsk. I give Minsk this. Right? Yeah, because, alright, my thinking is, true enough, we don't really have anyone who's ideal to use Celestial Haste. because we're all always concentrating on something at this point. In Minsk's case, it's like extra damage with his hunter's mark. In my case, it's usually something to like tie down an enemy. However, it's not always the case that an enemy is vulnerable to that, right? Like, for instance, when we finally got to fighting Gortash himself, there was a lot of points where I couldn't lock him down because he had legendary resist. Thus, Celestial Haste would have come in handy there, right? Like, some enemies are just straight up immune, or you can't really do much to them. I mean, I guess even then, you could use Bane, which is quite useful. That said, it's not nearly as useful as, like, giving Celestial Haste to an extra attacker, you know? And also the +3 is decently useful. Yeah. Maybe that's the play. I don't know. Though I do like, aesthetically, I prefer a crossbow over a bow. But, what can you do? I'll send that to camp. Phase Optimizer? Grant nearby Steel Watchers an additional action with Rolling Arcana. In what situation, like, what lunatic is going out here fighting Gortash while Steel Watchers are still active? You know? What maniac is thinking, like, yeah, I want to fight Gortash, but I'm not going to fuck up the Foundry first, right? I mean, I like the idea that that's a possibility, but that's so wild. That's so wild. Okay. Gortash's key. A key plucked from Lord Enver Gortash. I guess we'll send it to Shahira. And this, we can, I don't know. I'll send those bombs to camp. Note from Helsik. Lord G. Yes, if necessary, I could get you back into the House of Hope. For the right price, of course. Though I doubt they'd be happy to see you again. You didn't exactly leave on the best of terms. However, you know your business better than I, or anyone else. H. Devil's Fee. Yeah, how exactly... Do we know how he got there initially? Was his, the situation with his parents, which, by the way, we need to check up on them. Right? But the situation involving his parents, where they're, like, cursed or whatever, they're, like, in some sort of fucked up situation. Is that born out of, like, a devil's contract? And it's not actually magic or via the absolute or anything like that? It's actually a devil's contract that Gortash in some way used? Because we know he definitely accessed Avernus to do infernal weapons trade. But why was he locked at the House of Hope specifically? Do we know? I don't know that we do. Cloth of Authority. Dauntless. You can't be frightened and cannot be afflicted with other emotion-altering conditions. Authority. You have advantage on intimidation checks and insight checks. Armor class +1. It's not that good. It's not that good, right? Isn't there another... Yeah, there's so many better robes that also give a little extra armor class, right? Okay. And I don't really like this sort of like, even if it were actually good for me, I don't really like the look of it. Right? Yeah, I don't like the whole exposed chest situation. It's very, I don't know, rock star. It's very like, you know, like you're in a rock band or whatever. Or a pirate, even. You know? That's what it evokes to me. Certainly not a halfling or bard or anything like that. One can hardly be called a lord if they aren't dressed as such. A cursory glance at Gortash's finery would reveal intricate garb. A closer look would reveal a maddening attention to even the most minute details of the filigree. God, I do wish that some of those coats and stuff that we had seen before, right? And look, if ever they wanted to do a minor patch. Doesn't need to be a big one, just a minor one. Add in some more of the clothing items that already currently exist in the game, right? Make it to where there's like a proper transmutation system in the game. That would be pretty dope. That would be pretty dope. True enough, I'm sure there's mods that can accomplish that. But I've always had a bit of an aversion to mods, I guess. Tyrannical jackboots? Okay. Scintillating. You gain a +1 bonus to charisma checks and save throws. I mean, that's decent, but not nearly as good as these. The disintegrating Nightwalkers. Free Misty Step. Each step taken in Gortash's shoes is a reflection of the man himself. Quick, sharp, and terrible. Frankly, I'm shocked that there's no mention of his family cobbler shop. Okay. Netherstone studded gauntlet. Your unarmed attacks deal an additional 1-4 force by spellcasting, +1 to spell save DC, command, an enchantment spell. Command a creature to flee, move closer, freeze, drop to the ground, or drop its weapon. Okay. A tyrant's grip must be one of cool, unforgiving, and intricately realized steel. It cannot budge, cannot falter, no matter the pressure, and its fingertips must deeply pierce those who would struggle against it. I guess I should hold this. It's another stone after. Oh, okay. We extricated it.
Howling like a great wind through a canyon. It engulfs your mind, drowns your senses. Above the howl rises a screech, gleeful and maniacal. It is the way and the truth. Absolute.
Leave them alone.
The screech quiets, the howl fades. Your mind is hollow, save one lone voice.
Bane's chosen has fallen. His netherstone is yours. You have done well.
Do you think the Emperor's gaslighting us? Right? More than... I mean... Okay, probably, right? Listen, the Emperor definitely has a history of it, right? Let's be real. There's a proven track record of this. But in this specific case, do you think the Netherbrain actually, as soon as I picked it up, we actually got a little fucked up right there because of it? Right? Do you think that was it? Like, come on. This is all a fucking... This is theater, right? Is this not all just fucking theater? Like, as soon as I picked it up and extricated the Netherstone from the gauntlets, was it truly just like, oh no, hey, protagonists of the video game Baldur's Gate 3, this is the Emperor coming to you live from the Astral Prism. You just picked up I think you just picked up the new Netherstone. Oh no, the brain. Oh, it's getting through. Don't worry, I'll protect you all. And then he says in his most like gaudy and proud voice, I protect, or what did he say? Leave them alone. Making sure that we hear it, right? Making sure that we hear it. Was it actually the Emperor that fucked us up here? The howling like a great wind? Like he actually attacked us mentally a little bit and is claiming like, oh, I'm protecting you. Or maybe he let down his guard and let in a little bit of it and then was like, this'll keep him, this'll remind him who's got their back, who's in their corner, who they owe, right? That's right, it's me, the Emperor, right? Just reminding you, I'm here and I want stuff. Okay. Where do we go from here? I heard the absolute scream. What just happened? Leave. What just happened?
You heard the Elder Brain. It's regaining its autonomy. It cries not from pain, but exaltation. We must stop it before it breaks free. One netherstone remains. Orin's. We must find her and take it from her. After that, we take control of the brain. And you should start wondering what you will do then.
I frankly have no fucking idea. I'll put an end to it. I'll decide that when we get there. I will become the absolute myself. I'll put an end to it.
We shall see.
Huh. Oh, it's purple. Gortash's hand. The few remaining fingers on this hand have grown pallid, cold, and stiff. Where'd they go? Are they still stuck in the gloves? Gortash's netherstone. This stone once belonged to Gortash, and is one of 3 controllers of the Crown of Karsus. Are there any other classes that work good with unarmed? Aside from monk, or is it really just monk? Maybe you could dual class monk in some interesting fashion. Or multi-class, I should say. Aesthetically speaking, I've never been one keen on, like, monks, right? Gonna send that to camp. Guess I'll add that to wares. Alright. Minsk, did you do the honors here?
Hamster hungry.
Let's make sure we sort through everything. Very weird seeing only 3 people here. It's got to be said. Got some booze up top, which we cannot reach. Yep, nothing up there. It's reachable. I'll take that, though. Helldusk boots. Accelerated grand design. The key points. As top leaders in the Bainite hierarchy, to effectively implement what the Mad Alhun, known as Blue Apex, named the Accelerated Grand Design, it's important that you understand its broad outlines. Don't worry about the details, leave those to me. The central element of this plan is that our dominated elder brain lays illithid tadpoles that induce a state of suspended ceremorphosis, in which the host does not transform into a mind flayer. Instead, the tadpole become psychic minions of the hive mind of the elder brain, which they perceive as a goddess, a deity, of conquest called the Absolute. This Absolute, however, obeys the commands of the Chosen of the Dead Three, and needless to say, as Bane is the god of tyranny, our allies who worship Bhaal and Merkel must in the end defer to us. Okay. Helldusk boots. Yeah, they are actually special boots. No ore takes better to being forged than the infernal iron of Avernus, where the archdevil Zariel presides. And these boots also have no classification of being armor. Steadfast. You cannot be forcibly moved by a foe's spells or actions, and you ignore the effects of difficult terrain. When you fail a save throw, you may use your reaction to succeed instead. Hellcrawler. Oh. Teleport to an area and deal 2 to 16 fire where you land. The impact blast spreads in a 3-meter zone. And it has an 18-meter radius? Is this just like a better version of what I currently have equipped? My current boots? Oh, I'm controlling Misk.
Lessons have stayed interesting.
Yeah, I think this is more all-encompassing. Right, Steadfast I think covers more ground than Nightwalker. How about Misty Step itself? 18 meters? Also 18 meters. It does deal damage. Which may not be a good thing. But it may also be a good thing. Huh. Hellcrawler or Infernal Evasion could be very useful as well. Right? Like if, for instance, I fail a save throw that breaks hold or something like that, some kind of crowd control, it'd be useful to maintain concentration in that way. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use them. I forget what Karlach is wielding, though. That might be worthwhile for her to keep, or to use. I think she's using the Bone Spike boots, though. Which, aren't those really good?
How much farther can I go?
Okay. Over here.
Justice walks on 4 feet and sleeps in my boot.
Vulnerable Patriarchs. There's an opulent chest out there, too. Lord Gortash. Obedience before all. Based on their levels of influence, cross-indexed with vulnerability to various forms of pressure, bribery, blackmail, direct threats, the following are the top 8 peers in Parliament to target in the next 10 days. 1. Duke Dillard Portier. 2. Lord Raylan Janeth. 3. Lady Ruth Lineker. 4. Lady Madeline Whitburn. 5. Lord Heer Rillen. 6. Lady Haeril Vantampur. 7. Lady Silifrey Sashenstar. 8. Lord Sarkin Yomain. With utmost respect, the Black Hand of Loyalty. Got any grapes? There we are. Damn, actually there are quite a few here. Silver glass. I will take it. Silver tray as well. Desert wine. Anything in the desk? A quill. Okay.
Catch the clicker, boo.
Let's do a quick save. Catch the clicker. Is that what you just said? Minsk, show me the clicker. Anything in this?
Something
Perception
over there.
check. Ah, Valley with Brook has something. Servitor of the Black Hand Gloves. Your unarmed attacks deal an additional 1 to 4 force and fear. They're just like a slightly worse version of what we just found on Gortash himself. Well, fear is different. Covetous of Mistra's command of the weave, Bane the Black Hand extends his grasp, each finger comprised of 10,000 fanatics, adjuncts of his evil will. I guess that explains the missing fingers. I don't exactly know why, but now the hand and the missing fingers make sense, if Bane is referred to as the Black Hand. Okay. Send that to Gale. I'll send this to camp. Okay. Add that to where's? What's behind there? Oh my god, it's a safe. Figured the key would work, yep. High security vault number 5 key. It's very funny that we're getting all these vault keys, but we don't need them. We've already done all of that. Okay. Shield Steward interrogation log. Oh, isn't that the group that the Emperor was with? Transcript of key passage in the interrogation of Flovis Nuge, steward of the Knights of the Shield Hall, Blackhand. When did you begin to suspect that Duke Stelmane was not herself? I cleared her dinner dishes after a meal of mutton pie, but when I got the dish back to the kitchen, the mutton was brains. Brains. And not sheep brains neither, so I started poking around. In the Elfsong cellar. In the Knight's secret chambers, yes. And I found a cell with a body in it. A corpse. In city prison stripes. A dead prisoner? If I tell you about this, you're going to let me go, right? Right. It was a condemned criminal, with the top of their head shattered and the brain mostly gone. In Stelmane's rooms. The secret part, yes. That's where she found me. She what? She found me. It found me. At first, I thought she was blue and floating, but then it was just Stelmane. She smiled. I don't remember anything after that. I think we had read that before. Okay. We'll take all that. Did I check this opulent chest? Oh, I was looking at it right there. Standing mirror.
Oh, Minsk has something in his teeth. Would you mind?
Okay. Sure. Right. Vanity and whatnot. Okay. Still, like we had alluded to before, not nearly anywhere close to being the most absurdly vain character in this game, right? Okay. I'll take all these foods. Holy hell. Not that we really need them, but how can I resist? Pears, my favorite. Okay. Good. Anything on the desk? Some ink pots. Sure. Yep, taxidermied heads. It tracks. Take these. Oh shit. Let's see, let me add that to wares before I forget about it. Good. Anything in the wardrobe? Ah, some of these clothing items. Okay, over here, silver goblet.
As you wish.
Take some water. Is this wine goblet? Yeah, you can actually consume it. And it does give you the drunken effect. Which isn't the new subclass for monk. Really down for that. Ooh, here's some important books. Baldur's Gate Temple of Bhaal. A report for Lord Gortash by Scribe Yanthus. Your humble servant must report a failure in his assigned task of determining the location of the Bhaal Temple. Its location is known in a general sense. It's in the haunted, tumble-down subterranean complex usually called the Undercity Ruins. But, though these ruins are said to be accessible from Baldur's Gate's sprawling sewer system, accounts differ on the location of this access point. Even if one could find a way into the ruins, they're extensive, and the temple's location within them is no longer certain. The temple was last active during the time of the Bhaalist leader Saravok, over a century ago, and is said to have fallen into disuse after his passing. Wow, really? No one in the meantime even fucked around with it? I shall report to the disciplinarian to expiate my failure. Okay. Perhaps someone did. Schematic Compendium. This portfolio notebook is stuffed with page after page of diagrams and schematics, recognizable as Gondian designs for magically enhanced mechanisms, but amended and expanded by notes in Gortash's precise handwriting, with emendations such as infernal hellfire power sources, illithid synapse-capable wiring, and even Githyanki image projection hexnology. Particularly striking is a diagram of a giant steel watcher variant, with a note in Gortash's hand reading, "Weight insupportable? Cut the mass." Studies of the Elder Brains. A report for Lord Gortash by Scribe Yanthus. An illithid Elder Brain is many things. Absolute ruler of its Mind Flayer colony, fount of procreation through its production of illithid larvae, the so-called tadpoles. But most of all, an Elder Brain is a supremely powerful organic calculator, a mental machine able to process a vast number of simultaneous thought processes. It is always 100 moves ahead, and cannot be surprised except by a sudden confluence of unexpected variables. Mortal genius and innovation are no match for its sheer computational power. Below this, a note is appended in Gortash's precise handwriting. No weakness but the unexpected. It seems I shall need unexpected allies. And invasion plan for the Sword Coast. You've seen those, I believe.
Do the honors.
These are all the same. A map of the Sword Coast from the Sea of Moving Ice down to just north of Am, including several of the near archipelagos in the Sea of Swords. I'm adding that to wares. The Stelmane Connection. As previously reported, the position of the Knights of the Shield as the leading smuggling syndicate in Baldur's Gate is strong, anonymously so. Generous bribery of key operatives has elicited the information that the Knights are working hand in glove with a member of the Council of Four, Duke Bellin Stelmane. Though Stelmane shows evidence of increasing debility due to some sort of wasting disease, her influence over transfer of contraband in the Gate has only grown as her physical abilities have declined. Solving this enigma should give us the key to bringing down the Knights. Investigations continue. With utmost respect, the Black Hand of Loyalty. Next steps. Gortash Private Memoir Notes, number 17. Pacifying the city. From the standpoint of control of the masses, the Elderbrain's raid of Tadpole, I don't know this word, Vivapory, is disappointing. There will never be enough larvae to tadpole all the citizens of Baldur's Gate, or even the majority. The alternative approach to pacifying the city is two-pronged. First, we take control of the municipal executive functions from the top down by leveraging fear of the Absolute to get me appointed Baldur's Gate Archduke. Second, we deploy a program of selective tadpoling of key individuals as larvae become available, until all the city's power centers are effectively under my control. Assuming the success of this scheme, we should be able to spare a nursery or two of tadpoles to begin the same process in Amn. I must interview my southern agents to determine who will be best to execute this plan. Oh, wow. I can't help but wonder if they were, if Larian was setting themselves up opportunity to take DLC or sequel to Amn. The next steps. Invasion plans for Baldur's Gate. We've read this before. Knights of the Shield report. Attempts to displace the Knights of the Shield from their smuggling and contraband networks have been more difficult than anticipated, and we face a shortfall in reaching our target quota in wresting key clients from the Knights. Our assumption that we could pry business away from the Knights by simply offering their clients a better percentage has proven naive, with fences and customs runners routinely choosing loyalty to the Knights over profit. Negotiations with prospective clients have proven so difficult that we now believe the Knights exert some sort of influence over their partners beyond the profit motive. The indications are that this influence is psychic rather than magical, but further investigation is required. With utmost respect, the Black Hand of Loyalty. Right. Okay. Any other goodies in here? Nope, there are a few. There's an amethyst in here. Display case. Onyx ring. Journal of Lord Enver Gortash, or of Enver Gortash. I knew it would be risky to give one of the netherstones to that loose catapult Orin, but when I look in her eyes, I feel something, though I'm not sure what to call it. And after all, what's the point of a grand alliance of the Dead Three without old Bhaal? I thought I could depend on that aged stump Ketheric. However, it never even occurred to me that he could be brought down by a random collection of shabby adventurers. Obviously, possession of the weapon was the key element, but do the vagabonds possess the weapon, or does the weapon possess them? It's just as the great sages say, a plan will take you only so far, and then you have to fall back on principles. And inasmuch as control is the guiding principle of the committed Bainite, it's axiomatic that I must be in control of all three netherstones. The solution is obvious. Pit the vagabonds against the loose catapult, and once they bring me the other two netherstones, we'll find suitable positions for them in the new order to follow. Not the Illithid's grand design, of course, but the golden reign of Gortash. Yes, that has a nice ring to it. So he genuinely, that was his thinking, right? Then we shall deal with our naughty absolute brain and its growing propensity to throw petulant psionic tantrums. It's no accident that I chose to place it in a domed cavern beneath the upper city. The location is perfectly formed to concentrate the psychic force of the Netherstones, concentrated to such a degree that not even our Nethery's enhanced brain will be able to resist my commands. Once I control all 3 Netherstones naturally, and the sooner the better. Domed cavern. Okay. Good to know. Up here. Got some wine. Row of books. The Watch and the Steel Watch. We've read that before. Memoir notes with recent addenda. Memoirs by Gortash, outline for Chapter 4. 1. Reestablish worship of Bane in Baldur's Gate as a hidden cult. I reestablish worship of Bane. I realize the secret worship of Bhaal is also on the resurgence and acquaint myself with the local leader, an actual Bhaal spawn. Oh, for real? Okay. Good to know. The Bhaal spawn and I work together on a heist from the House of Wonders and discovering common goals. Forge an alliance. In dreams, the Bhaal spawn and I are visited by Bhaal and Bane, who name us their chosen and command us to seek out and ally with Ketheric Thorm, the chosen of Merkel. Visiting Ketheric at Moonrise Towers, I learn of the Mind Flayer colony and the Underdark below, and conceive of a plan to conquer its elder brain using the crown of Karsus. The Bhaal spawn and I employ a Diabolist's services to gain access to Mephistar and steal the crown. We 3 chosen use the crown to enslave the colony's elder brain, but during that raid, the Bhaal spawn is betrayed by the Bhaal's second in command, Orin. Wait, what? Who the fuck is... What? Who then? But during that raid, the Bhaal spawn is betrayed by the Bhaal's second in command, Orin the Red, who usurps the Bhaal spawn's power and declares herself Bhaal's new chosen. What the fuck? So... Oh shit, what a fucking twist. Okay. Huh. So then she ain't Bhaal spawn. But then who the fuck was? Following my master plan, the new trio brainstorms our grand hoax of the Absolute. Note, where to put in the Astral Prism and the adventurers who took it after its theft from Vlaakith, and where to admit considering taking them as my new allies. Very fascinating. I'm sure we'll find out before too long here. The ultimate state. What is progress? Progress is the movement of society and culture towards a state of collective unity. Without unity, mortals, each of their own individual agenda, blunder against each other, causing friction, conflict, war. Unity, peace, and prosperity is achieved when the collective follows a single agenda, that of one superior person. Runaway egocentrism, that urge often miscalled free will, is the one true enemy of unity. Free will must be eliminated. Control of the brain is the key. The Nethery's tadpole is the perfect tool. Tadpole, the brain is freed of egocentrism to follow the agenda of unity. The tadpoled brain is a happy brain. There is no conflict except against the enemies of unity. And the brain is all you need. Once freed from its agendas of free will, it can also be freed of the frailties of the mortal form. The brain can live forever in a steel body, or even better, control that body from afar. This is progress. This is the ultimate state. Lord Enver Gortash. I like the double entendre here for ultimate state. Okay. Though I think we did read that one before. Alright, we'll take these. Good. Nothing there. There's books here. You've got friends in the guild. We've read that. More books here. Can't loot that. Nor that. Okay. I think we got all the reading material here. Let's check their bods. Mace +2, add 2 wares, good. It's interesting that this is considered stealing. If you're one of those paladins that can't steal, does this actually get you no-no points? I have no idea how it exactly works. I still don't know what the fuck this is up with. I'm assuming that's just a bug. Okay. Good. Have I looted everything in here now?
A little shake to see what's inside.
Okay. Oh, there was a note on the heist, which we maybe have read before too. Yeah, where's that at? It's in the other room. Oh, here's the Astral Prism heist. Gortash Private Memoir Notes number 16, the Astral Prism heist. After that dream I had about the Githyanki threat to our accelerated grand design, my research led me to pore through the old archives left behind in Moonrise Towers by the High Heralds. These records included some surprising early sources, both Githyanki and Githzerai. Oh, didn't we have somewhat little mention of Githzerai when we were fucking around at the creche with the Zathisk? I remember that. That mentioned a relic or artifact called the Astral Prison, or Prism. Though the source of its power was unstated, this artifact was reputed to be able to project a field that disrupted Illithid psionics. Such an artifact would clearly be an existential threat to both our absolute ambitions and the grand design. All three of the ancient sources agreed that the Astral Prism was in the hands of the Githyanki Lich Queen Vlaakith. Thus was born the plan to send a tadpoled strike team in a regrown nautiloid piloted by the Emperor to steal the Astral Prism from Vlaakith. Oh. Right. So they had just recently stolen it. Hence the Dragon Riders from the start. Okay. Yeah, that all makes sense. Good to see it here in writing to, like, fully internalize that. Okay. Good. Yeah, don't I have...
Can't give up now.
Let's see. Did I have something related to Githzerai in my buffs here? Or am I thinking of the playthrough maybe that I've done with my partner? I'm almost certain that I know what that's from, but I don't know if I actually have it here. Huh. You have advantage on save throws against being frightened by a ball-spawn slayer. The tome Volo found was very informative. Wow, so it actually gave me a buff. Huh. Okay. Yeah, otherwise I don't think I did. Maybe I'm thinking of another character. Okay. Fair enough, but I'm almost positive, right? Even in knowing that external knowledge, I'm pretty sure that was mentioned during the Zathisk. I'm not positive, but I'm like 95% sure, if not more. Okay. Unless it is here and it's using a different icon. That's entirely possible as well. Alright, holy shit, we better call it here. I had planned to end this one early, but we're very nearly at normal time anyway, right? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna fucking pay for this. Alright, when next we return, we will go through this area. I don't know how much we have in this part, in this section, but we can freely go to camp. We should do that, check in with everyone at camp, especially Karlach. I'm sure we'll get more there. We've got our little bit of a to-do list as well. When next we return, all that, perhaps more, perhaps less. It depends on how long it takes. Until next time, please take care of each other.